Alright, starting with the first semifinal game now, with Foggy against Lucifer. Lucifer took out HLA in the quarterfinals, and Foggy took out Jackie in the quarterfinals as well. So that's basically how they got here. And the other semifinal is Happy still waiting for his opponent. And that will probably be Sonic. And Sonic is still playing in the quarterfinals with a score of 1-1. So we will still have to see as to how that is gonna work out. So far it's 2 Undeads in the semifinals and 1 Night Elf, which is Foggy. With probably a second Night Elf being Sonic, but that still has to be decided. And it's Last Refuge again, like in the series between Foggy and Jackie as well. Last Refuge as the first map. It really seems like Undeads like that, because both Undeads have been in the upper part of the bracket, so they get to choose the first map. And they seem to be quite comfortable on Last Refuge. They seem to like this map. Who is this Kaiseris guy? He always leaves when the game starts. And that's the admin that basically hosts the Gera Cup. And he just hosts the games, so he hosts them, he starts them, and then he leaves the game again immediately in case he has to host another game. And that is basically how that works. So that's what that guy does. Is Happy out? Nope, not quite yet. Happy is waiting in the semifinals for his opponent. He's not out yet. Alright, we just see the usual opening again. With a late DK, in fact.
A player's forces
We
are under
have
attack.
seen Ghoul play from Jackie with on Last Refuge a 1 Siguru attack, while Lucifer goes for the Fiend build order, closes his gold mine off nicely with that building placement here. And he's actually going for early Fiends, late DK, which I think is quite unusual to see in ED versus Night Elf. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I'm curious as to how that is gonna work out for him.
A player's forces are under
Let's see
attack.
how he's also gonna creep. He will probably try to creep this kind of early if he has to, if Foggy's harassing too much. Or he will try to go for this after the green spot, I think. At least that's some possibilities. Foggy just wants to creep more. He knows what's going on. He scouted this. He just wants to get the Auger Matcha here for level 2. He uses the mana burn spell to deal some damage there. And he's only gonna kill the Auger Matcha and not kill the 2 Troll Trappers yet. He just wants to level up. At least that's what he did in the game against Jack, and that's what he's probably gonna do now as well. Apparently not though. He wants to finish the whole spot. Doesn't want to go for harass straight away against this kind of build order from Lucifer. And Lucifer going for quite a late tech, going for more fiends early on and just wants to creep. He has a sacrificial skull already as well, to be able to creep a heavier camp, which might actually be the Merc camp, although I think that's quite unlikely. He's not going for that Murder camp either. He's gonna go for this one here. Has to be careful with skeletons, splits them in time. Nice reaction there.
A player's forces are
And he's
under
just gonna
attack.
creep this now and use the sacrificial skull for one of the stronger camps that he is planning to creep, I guess. Demon Hunter healed up, but not completely. He didn't completely heal up because he used 2 mana burns on the Auger Matcha. So he was not full on mana, so the Moon also replenished his mana as well as HP. So it cost off Moonwell just to replenish that mana, didn't get so much HP out of it. And both were just happily creeping for now. Lucifer getting the third ghoul for some lumber
player's
economy.
forces
He's
are
really
under
quite low on
attack.
lumber at the moment. He needs for the lumber to build a fiend, so that's why he's also not building one yet, although he's also lacking the gold. And he got one of illusions, so he can scout what Foggy is doing, knows exactly what's going on here, knows what's going on in the main base as well, and has an illusion to tank the spot a little bit. And will take that Goblin Merchant spot from Lucifer, from Foggy, I mean. Which is really quite nice. Because then Foggy can't get that big consumable item, especially a big invul pot would have been really nice for Foggy. And return though, he gets the Merc camp, gets a lot of experience. Lionhorn of Stormwind, which isn't that great. And also buy some Mercs here to heal up and just have some more army. That illusion still around here. That's
Player's
the one from the
forces
main
are under
base,
attack.
and it can still scout quite some stuff. Tier 2 tech finished for Foggy. For Lucifer, it's still gonna take a while because he has quite a light tech with that Fiend Build order. But he already has his level 3 DK. He's gonna move back to base, probably coil this Wisp here. There we go. Foggy didn't detonate in time. And he, there we go, gets another Rod of Necromancy at Dust, and he will probably try to secure this Goblin Merchant here as well. But Foggy wants to do so too, so we're gonna see a fight here, it seems. It's definitely not gonna be easy, this fight for Lucifer, but he has to somehow do something about Foggy getting this. Calls the Demon Hunter straight away, wants to use his mana on the Hunter right away, and also just keep him on low HP, because then Foggy can't really take a fight here. And Foggy already abandoning this, he doesn't want to commit too much to that, knows that he has the worst chances of actually winning that fight, and just goes for some creeping instead. Gets the expansion spot from
A
Lucifer.
player's forces are under attack.
Excuse me. So Lucifer has less stuff to creep later on, if he wants to creep defensively. Lucifer already went for the Naga as his second hero. So he is in quite a strong position now to fight, especially against the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter has to be quite careful here, actually. There's still a coil available. And Lucifer feels so comfortable now with creeping this camp that he doesn't even go into like a defensive position and creep it. He just goes through it straight away.
A player's
Because he
forces are under
knows that
attack.
Foggy can't really do so much here. He wouldn't be able to move in with his Demon Hunter, because he would just get killed immediately through a coil and focus fire. Show off the Beast for Lucifer, which really isn't that great. Maybe he's gonna keep it and try to use it in a fight, but he will probably sell it instead and get a mana pot or something like that. HL4 is in place as well to creep this Goblin Lab here. Panda on a good way to level 3, but the Panda is in trouble. He's gonna die. He's dead if he gets coiled. But the DK ran around the wrong way. Lucifer blocked his own DK, and because of that cannot coil the Panda in time, and the Panda actually gets away. Oh, that's
A player's forces
really,
are under
I don't
attack.
know, unfortunate for Lucifer. Wanted to go for this round here and didn't get it at all though. He really could have easily killed the Panda. He just needed to coil him once, but he wasn't in range. Wanted to move through here, was blocked by his own units, and then moving around cost too much time. Getting the Panda kill, like on level 2 especially, would have been such a big deal. Because then he wouldn't be here now to be able to creep this spot to get level 3, which he really wants to get. And that really would have messed with Foggy. I mean, he still lost the Troll Shadow Priest and Troll Berserker, so it was still a really good creep check for Lucifer nevertheless. But it could have been so good. Like killing the Panda, it would have just slowed Foggy down so much. Instantly focuses the Demon Hunter again, not even giving him a chance to really do much there. But the Naga is out of mana, no more Frost Arrow. Even uses the mana burn on her to make sure that there's not a single Frost Arrow coming out, although maybe he just injected mana and thought that she still had more. That could also be the case. Tier 3 almost finished, first statue coming and the second one in production, Burrow coming as well. And so far, Lucifer I think is in a nice spot. Everything's low for Foggy actually. It's definitely looking quite nice so far for Lucifer, I would say. Lich coming as well, and Burrow too. He's just gonna creep this now. He wants to creep a defensive spot at this point because Foggy would be in a good spot to fight now with his Master Bears. He's perfectly ready to fight basically. Well, except for the fact that he doesn't have Warp of Venom yet. And Lucifer just wants to creep something, wait for his Lich with the Orb, and then he gets a big power spike. And during the time he also has enough time to get the Destroyer upgrade, I mean. And then he is really perfectly ready to push, then he gets his own big power spike and is ready to fight and will probably try to go for that or try to contest some red spots. Although he's gonna be too late for this one. Foggy surrounding the Yoga Lord, he will secure this one quite easily. Gets a Melee of Courage, which is definitely quite a nice item for his Panda. More survivability, damage, and also mana. Gives it to his Demon Hunter though, he wants more survivability on the Demon Hunter, because the Demon Hunter usually gets focused a bit more in this matchup. So that's still quite nice for him as well. And Lucifer too light to do much about this, but he's in a good position whatsoever. Get Naga in quite an offensive position here, but Foggy doesn't want to go for it. This spot is still alive. Lucifer is just gonna pick the rest off of this spot here. Maybe it's gonna be enough for a level 3 Naga. Nope, it's not gonna be enough quite yet. Almost though. And Lucifer could just continue creeping more now, or he could go aggressive, but creeping more now is probably the better choice to go for. Because he doesn't really want to fight in the Night Elf base. And as long as the Night Elf isn't being aggressive or creep checking, Lucifer is really fine with just creeping. Gets another statue, and especially now he doesn't want to fight. Because he only started his Ziggurat, he's at 50 out of 50 supply. So if a fight would start, he wouldn't be able to morph for Destroyer because it costs 2 supply. So he definitely doesn't want to fight now, he just wants to creep and buy time for that Ziggurat. Foggy on the other side, just banking gold as well, just got his Moonwell to be able to break into upkeep. Isn't doing so quite yet though. Still no Orb of Venom though. Well, he has it on his pen actually, he's gonna swap it I guess. Has that Anchor for Incarnation on his pen as well, so he is quite safe. Invul Pot for the Demon Hunter now too. Wand of Illusion could help him quite a bit. It can also get Dispel of course, but the cooldown on the Dispel from Destroyers is kind of long, relatively at least, and he also wants to have at least one ready to be able to Dispel Rejuvenation if it's being cast on the Demon Hunter. And both players are breaking upkeep now. There we go, first Destroyer coming up, second one as well. Lucifer is ready for the fight, he wants to go for it now. And the fight is breaking out at this point. Foggy pulling the spot again, really not that nice for him, because now he's actually fighting against the creeps instead of against his opponent. And it's getting wrecked by the creeps a little bit. That Naga is in trouble though, she still has that Invul Pot though. Heal Scroll saved her for now as well. Saves the Lich with the coil, and almost all the bears are gone for now. Only one bear left in the fight. And Lucifer doing a nice job so far in this fight. Foggy really didn't have the best opening into this fight because of pulling those creeps there. But still, everything's low for Lucifer and he's starting to lose a lot as well now. Still Invul Pot on that Demon Hunter, so he can still have 7 seconds of doing whatever he wants to do. Doesn't even use it though, just dashes out his Demon Hunter to keep him safe. TP's out with the Panda and Foggy wants to get out of this fight. He can't really stay in this fight against the triple hero combo. And this is really great for Lucifer now because he can easily secure this red spot here, gets the item, Helm of Valor, which would have been really awesome for Foggy. They should actually trade items. Like, Meddling of Courage would be better for the undead player, because it would be survivability for Naga or Lich or DK and more mana for whichever hero has it, so it's really awesome for undead in general. And Helm of Valor would be better for the Demon Hunter. But I guess that's not how it works out. You don't trade items in this game really. But still. There we go again. That creep check is definitely quite nice for Foggy now, I think. He has 3 bears, but his Demon Hunter has to be careful. He still has that Invul Pot though. But I don't really think Lucifer can take this fight, he just wants to get this creep it seems. He's probably gonna try to nuke it. He actually doesn't have a Nova or a coil. So Foggy could have stolen this with a Breath of Fire, didn't really go for it though. And he's also quite comfortable with going into the fight here it seems. Wanted to finish off the statue with his Demon Hunter there. Successfully does so, that's quite nice. 50 supply against 46 in favor of Foggy, but Lucifer still has quite some more gold in the bank. DK has to be careful though, has to TP out already. And that Fiend still pays the price. Bear barely survives. Couldn't kill it because there was no spell ready to nuke it, except for a coil, and can't use coil really if you're TPing with your DK. But Lucifer, he crept so much in this game that he's really close to level 5, 4 and 3. And if he gets the triple level up, he's gonna be in such a strong spot. He's gonna have level 3 coil, level 2 for lightning, level 2 Nova, and that's gonna allow him to easily nuke the Demon Hunter and take him out of the fight rather easily. At least force him to use Invul Pot or a Staff. As long as he dispels the Rejuvenation really fast on the Demon Hunter, he's really gonna be in trouble. Foggy's Demon Hunter, that is. Foggy still wants to get the last creep spot on the map, wants to secure it for himself. Might still get creep checked here in time. Might really get into bad fighting position. Actually no, that turtle moved out really far, so he has an easy time picking it off, doesn't have to move too far in here. So it's good for him, but Lucifer is still here, Foggy still not in the best fighting position. Lucifer steals the big turtle with a coil. Tasman Evacuation still on the ground though. with Panda getting that now. Steps out the bear to save him, so now Demon Hunter could potentially be focused, but Lucifer, with having mana on his destroyers, rather wants to focus the bear star. Now goes for that Panda because both steps are on cooldown, he knows that, so he wants to go for that hero focus. Foggy has to be careful, he's gonna lose his Demon Hunter, there's no way for him to save him at this point. He can swap the Anger of Reincarnation though, does so successfully, so he's still alive for now, but will that really be enough? There's still a coil for the DK. He's missing 4 experience points though for level 5, so level 3 call yet. Got it now though, picks off an Adrite and a bear. Heroes of Foggy get away, but still Lucifer is in a beautiful spot. The Panda's still in trouble, rejuvenation instantly dispelled. He might actually still die before being able to heal up at the Moonbells. That was really close, he still heals him up in the last second though. Demon Hunt is out of the fight, not doing anything at the moment, and looking at the supply count, Lucifer is quite far ahead, his heroes are incredibly strong, and Foggy has no chance of really pressuring them all that much. His Panda is in quite some trouble here, still managed to survive until now. Demon Hunter doesn't have any item to save himself with, there's a staff the Demon Hunter out to save him for now, but is that really gonna be enough? Lucifer is in a really strong spot so far. Now he's starting to crumble a little bit with everything going down to low HP, but those heroes still, they're putting out so much damage, and everything's low for Foggy as well, at least his Demon Hunter at the moment. Most of the low HP units died already. That Breath of Fire hurt a lot, but there's a statue now to heal up and get some mana as well. That is really quite a big deal, it's gonna change quite something about this fight. One heal scroll now would really be crazy strong, but Lucifer doesn't really have the time to go for it. One Breath of Fire finishes off 3 fiends, that's really just disgusting to see, to be honest. But the Demon Hunter has to be careful, gets staffed out again, but now the Panda really has to be careful. There's no call ready though, gets staffed out as well, but there's no healing for Foggy. There's no heal pot available anymore, it seems. Well, he used one on his Panda now, but the Demon Hunter is in trouble. He will just die to those destroyers. There's really nothing he can do about it. He will probably really just die to those destroyers if Lucifer keeps sending them on him. Naga seems like she's gonna die against those strides. She's being chased down. So low for Naga is gonna die. Panda dies in return though, and the Demon Hunter, how is he supposed to save himself? It's daytime for a long time. It actually just became daytime. So he's not gonna have any more Moonwell Shoes anytime soon. And there's a long range call, finishes off the level 5 Demon Hunter. There's the GG, and it's 1-0 for Lucifer.